Each month, myself and other Irrational Passions members will play through a new game. Modern to retro, obscure to popular. Games we've played before and those we haven't. We'll be hitting checkpoints as we go and discussing our experiences. Play along with us and join in the discussion. This is Video Game Book Club. Welcome everybody back to Video Game Book Club. I am your host Scott, and this time as we hunt through the mansion that Luigi won in a contest, I am joined by this time Mr. Alex O'Neill. How's it going,
Hey,
Alex?
I'm back. You can't quit me, Book Club.
It's true.
Try as you will. It has been a minute. Y'all were like, let me play a bad video game and then Vanquish, and I didn't have time to play Vanquish.
I am never purposely I'm going to veto every horrible bad game. It's just not fun. Keep it to like a 2-episode like max, because then it just got torturous.
No, you got to do 1 episode for bad games. I think you just call it.
Good idea. But welcome back, Alex, and of course the picker of Luigi's Mansion and soon to be birthday girl, Miss Jessica Coxwell. How's it going, Jess? Welcome back yourself. It's been even longer. How's it going?
Yeah, I say it's been a few minutes for me, not just a minute. It's going. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about this game. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
I know. Yeah, get us in the groove and play this before Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out in like a month.
Exactly. All part of my master plan.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great theming game.
It is. Mm-hmm. Very apropos. Very topical.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, this time around we are playing through Luigi's Mansion, and the first checkpoint was up through Boolussus. But as in every time we start a game, before we get into the game proper, we have to get the listeners' heads in the correct headspace of where you were when this game originally came out. Now, Luigi's Mansion originally came out in the U.S. November 18th, 2001, and it came out, I believe, September 13th or 14th in Japan of 2001. And there were some pretty big games that came out in 2001. Final Fantasy X came out in 2001, excuse me, not 2010.
Jeez.
There was a 2, some zeros and ones.
Some zeros
the order
in there.
doesn't really
Probably
matter.
the googly eyes.
No.
It was somewhere in there.
2100.
Yep.
It's good.
I like it. 2100. Yeah, we'll go with that. Conker's Bad Fur Day came out on the Nintendo 64.
Conker's Bad Fur Day came out the same year as Luigi's Mansion.
That's wild.
The wildest shit.
Yeah.
Even just those 3 games, like just thinking about Luigi's Mansion, Conker's,
and Final Fantasy X.
Like the early 2000s was like the weirdest year for like how games looked, because it was so varied. It was wild.
All over the place.
Yeah.
And it's just like to think like GameCube and PlayStation are hitting like so hard right now. Like those are games we still talk about today.
Yeah.
Another game we still talk about and recently got released on the Switch a couple months ago. Devil May Cry. The first Devil May Cry came.
Wow.
It used to be a
this is
Evil,
the next
and then
game.
It became Devil May Cry. Pretty good. Halo. The first Halo game came out.
What?
I'm honestly looking at this list, and I think all video games came out in 2001. Every single video game ever came out this year.
Nuts. Grand Theft Auto 3 came out, completely revolutionized the whole open world video game. That sparked the whole open world craze. Advance Wars came out for the GBA. The GBA launched around this time. A fantastic RTS game on the Game Boy Advance. Definitely, we need a Switch Wars. We need a new Advance Wars style game.
Get out of here, Wargroove.
We got Wargroove. Wargroove was really good. I like that one.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Metal Gear Solid 2 came out with just itty bitty Solid Snake and lots of naked riding. So
I can't believe this. I can't believe Metal Gear Solid 2 came out the same year as Halo and GTA 3. I'm looking at this list.
That's
I know
weird.
A lot of
these weird.
a lot of these games were both like ahead of their time, but also like maybe probably weren't appreciated as much in the time, but like are so influential to this. Like we have like 6 games coming out this year and next year alone that are influenced by all of these games specifically.
Yeah, it's crazy because when you think about it, like this year seems like it's just jam packed with crazy games. It's like, oh, I've never been this hard strapped for games coming out, and then you look at like this year, like 2011 or 2001, excuse me,
2100.
There's tons of stuff, and there's still games we talk about. But yeah, it's redonkulous. Smash Brothers Melee, little title. Not sure if any of you guys have heard
Melee
of it.
came out?
Yeah.
This was the year the GameCube came out.
This was last year GameCube.
This was Melee, Luigi's Mansion,
Metroid
like a handful
Prime.
of games. Metroid Prime. No, Metroid Prime was
No, that might have been the next year. That might have been the next holiday. Jack and Daxter from Naughty Dog came out, the first one.
That's crazy. Again, it's just so crazy.
I want Naughty Dog to revisit Jack and Daxter 1 style Jack and Daxter again. So bad. Shout out to not being a fan of Jack 2 and 3.
I looked at it too because I was thinking that this also came out, Animal Crossing.
Yep.
Yeah, which is also on this list.
Yeah, that's also
is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's wild. GameCube had a library, man.
That's the first year GameCube had Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion, and Melee. Like that's basically this year of Switch, like happening right now in front of us.
Pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Pretty damn close.
This was 18 years ago. This was an entire high school career ago. Also, just keep that in mind.
Yeah. And remember how Animal Crossing came with its own memory card?
Yes.
Yeah, because it takes a whole one. It was wild. Yeah.
All 56 blocks or whatever you had.
Yep.
Loved my Animal Crossing.
No, I remember when I had my GameCube, we ended up losing one of our memory cards. So like any time that we played Animal Crossing, I would talk to my sister and be like, "Okay, are you in this? Like I'm gonna delete everything again." She's like, "Yeah, I'm in this." We would just have Animal Crossing on it for like a few months, and then we'd switch. But
GameCube Animal Crossing is the one I got into the most. I got the gold statue. I paid off my loan in full. It's the only one I've ever done that with. I got like the perfect house or whatever. I got all the NES things. I definitely cheated a lot, but I was very committed.
They did Virtual Console before Virtual Console was cool.
It's true.
Having full NES games in it.
Yep.
Crazy.
Played The Legend of Zelda in that game.
There you go. Sonic Adventure 2 came out. Onimusha came out. Castlevania Circle of the Moon. SSX Tricky. I think a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Well.
What a year, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
I bet Thug came out this year. Underground came out, I bet, in 2001 or 2002.
Oh, and Max Payne. The first Max Payne also came out this year.
Holy crap. That's alarmingly close to something like this, like the last 18 months in video games. If you think about it, like with Remedy putting out Control, Rockstar putting out Red Dead. It's just weirdly Devil May Cry 5 coming out.
Silent Hill 2 also.
Wow.
Tells you video games are about franchises. It's about the names you know. These are the games that matter.
Shenmue 2. Yeah.
Shenmue 2.
Yeah, man. It's nuts. I always like doing this segment of like new games, looking back on what was coming out the year. These
2009 was
my
nuts.
mind's always blown. And where did
the
years go?
I think it's a lot of it's like, oh, these specific 2 games came out in the same year. Like I can't believe that.
Seeing when this game came out.
Oh, what was it that I realized? Oh, Final Fantasy VI, like the original one on Super Nintendo, came out the same year that the original Tekken did in Japan.
Whoa. That's so weird. Like imagine those 2 games existing at the same time.
Okay, no, The Sims came out in 2000. I was going to say, I think that was around the same time, but it was a year before.
Ahead of its time on PC, where the real game was.
PC, yes. I just know because I would have been 8 then when Luigi's Mansion came out, or I turned 8 that year, and I remember around that time The Sims was a thing in my life. So
I was 13.
Me as well.
I had officially become a teenager.
Aw.
It's true.
I was but a wee lad, an 8-year-old child playing Smash Brothers with his brothers on Christmas morning when we unpacked that GameCube, baby.
Oh,
That's when we
nice.
booted up
Mhm.
Luigi's Mansion.
There you go. I got my GameCube the next Christmas, not the first year it came out, but the next one.
That was a big
Mm.
deal in our
Yes.
house.
Because I got a PS2 that year for my birthday.
We would not get a PS2 for years to come, but or maybe like a whole next year.
Mhm.
But we got the GameCube that year, and boy howdy, that's all that mattered.
Yeah, it's a good one. Still is. Had some real
Let's talk-
highlights. Tales
Let's
of
talk about
Symphonia.
Luigi's Mansion, man. Tales of Symphonia. All right, Luigi's Mansion's canceled. No,
Man, if we could get enough people to be, yes, we will play through a 40-hour RPG for this, a Tales game would be number one. But
I know.
we
I
are
would do it. I would.
so
I actually
getting-
need to.
off track right now.
I'm taking notes,
Little bit.
Jess. We'll talk later.
Oh yeah. I actually have an idea that I can run by.
We'll
you guys.
we'll discuss this later.
We'll talk about this later. We have to. Well, Luigi's Mansion. But yes, with Luigi's Mansion, because we have gotten off topic, the first checkpoint is to get to Boolussus from the beginning. So just kind of catch us up. What happened in this segment of the game, this first checkpoint?
Okay, so the game starts off with Luigi traveling to the mansion that he won in a contest he did not enter. Which I don't know. I feel like if that happened to me, I probably wouldn't be one to go there and check it out all by myself in the
Here's
middle of
the
the
thing.
night.
It's Luigi. Hear me out.
He's not
Luigi.
the smart brother.
He's not the smart brother. Neither is Mario. But it is Luigi, and I feel like he'd be like, "Sure,
Yeah.
I just want to do something.
Mhm.
I'm bored."
So you get there, you realize that this mansion is haunted. You run into Professor Egad, who kind of fills you in on the fact that the mansion just appeared a few days ago, even though he's been living there since he
Mhm.
was a young boy or something. I don't know, like in his 20s or something. And you talk to him. He says there's been paranormal activity. He gives you your little vacuum, which, oh gosh, what's it even called right now? I can't.
Poltergust.
Yeah, the Poltergust 3000.
3000. Excellent.
Got to get that 3000 in there. So he, oh, my computer just fell asleep on me. Fun. He
Love it when
gives
that
you that, and you go back to the mansion and you start to explore the various rooms.
You start to bust some ghosts.
Yeah, man.
You do.
You
do.
roll up busted.
Sucking those ghosts.
And you don't even need 3 other people. You just do this shit by yourself.
Hell
'Cause
yeah.
You ain't afraid of no ghost.
Exactly. Now we're talking about fucking Luigi's Mansion.
So in this first segment, you go through, oh gosh, like I don't want to say countless rooms because it's probably like 25 or something that's not even that high, but I'm gonna say countless because I don't know.
You go
But
through a lot.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of rooms. So you travel through the bulk of the mansion, I would say, in our first checkpoint, or by our first checkpoint. There are 3 boss battles that we have done by now. The baby, whose name I cannot remember right now.
Oh god, he has like some pretentious name.
Oh gosh,
Dougie.
it's something Lee. It's like I don't know, like Chauncey or
I'm-
something like that. Is it
yeah,
Chauncey?
I think it is exactly Chauncey.
Is it? I hope it's Chauncey, or I'm not just making that shit up. But so you have the baby as the first boss battle. The next one we have is Bogmire.
Mhm.
And then Boolussus is the third one, and that's where we should have gotten to. As you go through this mansion,
His name
you
is
are-
Chauncey.
Is it Chauncey?
It's Chauncey.
Oh,
nailed it,
Jess with the
nailed it.
clutch.
High five.
Yes. Click.
So you go through this mansion, you bust some ghosts, you turn them into oil paintings for Professor Egad's collection. You realize there is a boo infestation going on.
There's
so
a boo epidemic.
Oh, I like that. Epidemic. So you bust some boo ass too. And
that
you're also
ass.
you're also looking for your brother Mario the whole time. Because Luigi can't just stand alone. You need the little red guy to prop him up. So
Now
yeah,
he's
that's the
propping up
gist.
that painting of Mario that you see in the well.
yeah.
Such a
And
good
you've been collecting Mario's clothing as you have been going through this game. And you do see him for the first time after fighting Bogmire, when you
Yes.
go down to the bottom of the well and you peek out the mouth of this like lion statue thing, and you see Mario's been
Weirdly
trapped in a
Weird
Ghostbusters
building.
aesthetic.
ritualistic sacrificial
Yeah.
altar thing.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
you
Weird.
are the gatekeeper, and he is the keymaster.
You thought Mario and
You are
Mario
Macaulay
is
Culkin.
missing was intense. Welcome to Luigi's Mansion. Scott, I gotta know, this is your first time ever playing Luigi's Mansion.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
It
Is this
This is my first
I didn't
experience
know
with
Really?
the
until
Luigi's
earlier
Mansion
today.
series.
Tell me how you feel about Luigi's Mansion, other than the inverted controls. I know that's a problem, but we'll get there.
I wasn't anticipating, like, I always knew, like, you go and you suck ghosts with your vacuum and everything. I wasn't aware just how room by room it was.
Yeah.
I do like the specific ghosts. Like, I like how each one of, like, the main ghosts is kind of like a puzzle, and you had to figure out how to show their hearts, and then so you can absorb them or capture them. I wasn't anticipating kind of that puzzly aspect, and I'm finding myself really liking it. I like those so much more than just the suck up X amount of ghosts until the lights turn on kind of thing.
Yeah.
At least so far, I haven't found them to be... I feel like they're more time wasters than anything kind of fun to do. Like, the first few were cool, and then it just has gotten repetitive a bit.
Yeah.
But, like, the main ghosts where you have to kind of scan them, kind of figure out the little hints and clues, or find, like, journals in other rooms that kind of tell you a bit about the ghost personality, and then use what you know to try and... How do you expose them, basically? And those I really like, because they're little puzzles in of themselves. And the bosses, I think, are really pretty cool. Pretty good.
Yeah. They're also like very. I appreciate how they're better for like early GameCube bosses than you would.
Mm-hmm.
They hold up more than I would say most GameCube bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the puzzle. I feel like the main ghosts are definitely the main attraction
Mhm.
for Luigi's Mansion. The kind of in between ghosts are just they certainly, I think, bring a lot of style to the game, and I love how some of them like harken to other Nintendo characters.
Yeah.
Like the little shy guy ones. And,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
or like the big green dude that throws the bananas like Donkey Kong. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's subtle too.
Mhm.
Like they don't overdo it. So, but yeah, the main ghosts are really cool. I think all of them are really cool.
Yeah. The main, like, for sure, that's my favorite part is walking into a room when you have like one of the specialized like house inhabitant ghosts, and you get to kind of figure out, you know, what you need to do. Because some of the, like, what's funny is, I mean, I played this game the year it came out, and I really liked it as a kid. I remember, and I haven't played it in years and years and years and years. I remembered it being so much harder, like when I was a
Yeah.
kid. Like it was so hard for me. And I granted I was like 8 years old, you know, and like when I played it again last, I was probably 12 or something, you know. So it's been some time. But playing it this last time, I was like, man, like how did this give me such a hard time?
Yeah.
Because it's pretty easy. But the puzzles are fun. You know what? The thing that stuck with me, and I remember this from when I was a kid because I was stuck in this room for like fucking ever, is the room that you go in where in order to get past it, you have to look in the mirror and there's a switch on the other wall.
Yeah.
That took me forever.
That was
Yeah.
like one of the ones where like my game sense went off and I was like, I know that I'm missing something. I just saw the
Yup.
mirror like right away. Like I felt it in my bones.
I walked into that room and I was like, God damn it. Like it stuck with me. I knew exactly what I had to do as soon as I was in there. And I was like, because it just, I remember when I found that out.
Puzzle,
Yeah, you don't think about it. And like the mirrors come in a few times throughout the game, like having to look into it to see stuff behind you.
Yeah, and you can actually if you take a picture in the mirror, it warps you back to the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
In any of the mirrors in the house.
I didn't
I
know
know.
that.
You don't
Yes.
necessarily need it. Like it's good. Like if you're like I'm done and I want to go save, like that's
Yeah.
it's good for that.
That's cool.
Or if
Yeah.
like you just like a sort of pseudo fast travel if you need to get back to like something a little closer and you don't feel like backtracking.
It's really cool. It's a cool animation they have for it too.
Mm-hmm. Little like.
Try it out when we play more Scott.
I will. I will. And speaking of, you mentioned in case you just want to go back and save and be done. I find it kind of strange how with each little boo you capture, it gives you the option to save. But when you do like the main house ghosts, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so
like-
like video gamey.
That's weird.
I think it comes full circle because at some point we're gonna have to catch all the boos. Like, I don't think that's a spoiler to say you have to get all of them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so I think it's like to protect that progress.
Okay.
So that way, like, just if that's what you're doing in the end game, like just trying to get boos, like if something happens, you don't lose any progress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my game theory on it. See my notes for more information.
Does the money and gems you get do anything?
I think you get scored at the end.
Like, is it? It's just so it's just for points.
I believe so.
God, I can't think. Does it do something? I feel like the money did, but I can't think of what it would be.
I know there's no shop, which is like a very
Yeah.
weird missed opportunity. But again, like it's kind of the first iteration of this game. It's kind of expected. But yeah, I don't know. I don't specifically remember. I know that it does come into play for some score factor, but I don't know if that unlocks anything. I think it does. I think there's like a hard mode and other versions of the mansion that you unlock if you do certain things, but I don't remember.
Because like there are secret rooms and stuff. So like I think that it does do something. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe there's some level of New Game Plus as well. But I don't know. We will have a firmer grasp next episode.
This is true.
For me, the last time I played it was maybe 8 years ago. So like I remember playing it and talking about it on Irrational Passions podcast. Although that is becoming a larger and larger swath of time. At some point it happened, I think, in the last 10 years. And I'll say this, Jess, I remember playing it then, again, in my adult life career, and it being very difficult. So, like, maybe it's just, like, where we're at right now. I don't know.
They say that girls mature faster. It's okay.
Yeah,
true.
I mean, Lord knows I'm
You're probably
you're
the most mature out of all of us at IP, I think.
I don't
maybe
know.
Jarrett.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jared's
Jared's
sagely.
Yeah, he's the dad.
Yeah.
He's also 15,000 years old because he's an immortal vampire, but that's another topic.
That tracks.
Also,
That
Agnes.
But this was in the time that I played this last. I remember really liking it still, and like having some of the feelings that we're talking about now. But it was in an era before I had ever played a Resident Evil game. So there's so much on this game, like influence-wise, and like how it homages to other things that I think was just totally lost on me. So playing through it this time, that I had like this whole other appreciation for it because it felt like Nintendo literally made Resident Evil Ghostbusters, the video game starring Luigi, which is insane. But I feel like they were so much more directly going for that than I registered as a younger person. So seeing that like with fresh eyes, having played like 7 and 2 and 4 since then, like I feel it way more, and it is like so loving how it was executed on, and there's so much here that I just didn't appreciate before. So this playthrough has been like very eye-opening for me. I definitely got lost. I had some trouble. Was missing some clothing, like pieces from Mario. And I was definitely walking around for about 2 straight hours doing nothing. But we got through the hard parts. I got there. Yeah, I don't know. The Resident Evil influence was just such a big deal for me. I know, Jess, you've been playing Resident Evil 2 recently. I don't know if you felt the influence here.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is like I remember as a kid playing Resident Evil for the when I was I actually am a lot better at Resident Evil and like find it less scary than 2 and it's later. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say you
in the
find
series,
Resident
but-
Evil a lot less scary than Luigi's Mansion there for a second. I was like,
No, oh god. Two just oh god.
That's the take of the week. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Luigi's Mansion scary as fuck. Resident Evil.
No, I'm baby. Resident Evil is.
Yeah, Mr. X shows up in Luigi's Mansion 3, and you're like, I can't.
No, I would throw
Have
the
you
switch.
seen the mod of that where they replace Mr. X with Pennywise from It?
Yeah.
It's even worse.
It's
which
the
is,
worst thing I've ever seen.
It's terrifying. I hate it.
It's so scary.
Ugh.
The one that replaces him with Thomas the Tank Engine, I think, is really scary too.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
That's the only way I play now.
Honestly, we should just start. That needs to just start being a feature in games. You need to be able to
Thomas the
replace
Tank Engine
everyone.
mode.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Yes.
Death Stranding baby as Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, it's just strap to your fucking chest.
Exactly. Yeah.
We were talking about.
We were talking about the Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
I was trying to think. I was like, what were we even talking? But yeah, no. So I did notice from playing Resident Evil 1, some of like the, I don't know, the influence there. Nintendo is just I feel like Nintendo does the best when they're just being batshit, and Luigi's Mansion is kind of a little bit insane, and I love it. So
Resident Evil vibes. I'm 100% with you there. I wasn't anticipating, like, even down to the opening door transitions and
Yeah, the opening door thing is
kind of finding keys in random rooms to then go back and unlock a room and then take on the enemies there or find what you have to there to get another item to go. Yeah.
even like the safe rooms with Toad and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm like amazed that there's no examine your items like option in this game because it feels like so close. The way like the keys flow to the map, like the whole map in this game, even if it doesn't function the same as a Resident Evil map, like has the same kind of vibe to it.
It totally does, yeah.
Of like the map changing color too when you've like found all the stuff and also cleared all the ghosts in that area and it lights up. Like it's really clever and it fits so well. Like also like I think it just marries the gameplay of like you're just literally just busting ghosts. Like this is just Ghostbusters so well. Like it's just such a match made in heaven.
It's baby's first Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Which is why I can play it and not the real thing.
but it's like delightful and it
yeah.
like it has its own kind of thing to it too. Like the vacuuming up the ghosts and like trying to be aware of your surroundings and like the little mushrooms that they drop, the banana peels that they throw, stuff like that. Like it's all so smart and it is such a different take on that kind of gameplay. I say all this again, I got very lost. I was in a dark place at some point in Resident Evil, or not Resident Evil, in Luigi's Mansion. I was very frustrated. I was like close to looking up guides, but I was like, I got in this weird mindset where I was like, I got to do this for me. Again, dark place. But I was really appreciating the melding of mechanics in Luigi's Mansion.
It is. I wish with all the money, and we touched on this a little bit ago, I wish there was some way like some sort of upgrade system with all the money you get, or just something you can, because you get so much money, and if it's just for points, it's just like that's kind of a letdown.
Yeah, it would
so
be
much missed potential where you could upgrade your poltergust. I feel.
Yeah, like maybe making it to where like there was a wider area or like it was a little bit faster, or I mean even making like the elemental upgrades, because you do get fire, water, and ice powers, like making that to where it was something that you had to earn rather than just getting it would have been kind of an interesting way to go about it.
Or making it so that way when you're in the room where you get the ice upgrade, they don't use like this really specific mechanic that's never revisited in the entire game, where you sit on a floor panel and flip up to the ceiling, and I go walking around the mansion for like an hour maybe before I figure out that there's just a thing I gotta stand on in that room, and then I can get the ice power and progress. But I'm just saying, maybe it's a suggestion, throwing it out there. Super weird, but
no, that is the weirdest thing, because like I think even in the second half of this game, there's not another one of those.
It never happens again.
Never happened.
Maybe once. I don't know for sure, but like I didn't know what to do in that room because there was no precedent for it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was super weird. I'm like, I reached that part too, and I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, this is, I don't know. I thought both of you guys had played this before, but I wanted to bring it up, so I'm so glad somebody did, and be like, to somebody who's like never played that before, and that happens, and like you just think this is a part of the game, like you would think that,
I'm
but
gonna
it's
be
not.
busting ghosts on the ceiling at some point in this game. It's like, no,
Cool.
you won't.
Yeah, I just accidentally walked across the circle thing, and suddenly I was on the roof, and I was like, okay.
Nah, I'll say this. I should have walked around the room more fully and not just left after like 5 seconds of being confused, and just actually explored the environment and took a look at context clues, whatever. That's on me. But this mechanic is weird and never used again.
It's
so
weird.
Yeah.
It's
What
very
do you
weird.
do in the breaker room?
We're gonna loop back around in the breaker room.
Okay, is that like for part 2?
Yes, part 2 involves the breaker room.
Okay.
Can confirm. If y'all don't, if Jess, if you do not remember,
I don't remember.
I can confirm. I remember exactly how the breaker room comes into play.
Okay.
It's
Do
one
we
of the
get
few
lightning
things I do
powers?
remember. We don't get lightning powers.
Okay.
Can confirm. I'm shutting down dreams and not answering
No,
questions.
that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. This game's just it's really happy. It makes me smile. Like
It's
this
a
game,
fun game.
It
it's
is.
very delightful.
It makes me want, like, after this, I think I kind of want to try and pick up the second game, Dark Moon, and play through that and really see how it changes before Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out.
Yeah, because I think that is one that I'm gonna pick up. I meant to pick up Link's Awakening. I never got around to it, and like,
Let me tell
I-
you, it's fucking good.
really, I'm so on the fence. But like, I
I-
kind of want to, but I kind of want to save money.
This is more like an Alex O'Neill thing, but I just cried at the end of that game because I liked it so much. If
Oh,
that tells
wow.
you where I was at.
This
That's
is my
like-
super old handheld video game magazine that came with...
That talks about Link's Adventure
it's
DX.
a full
Awakening
strategy
DX.
guide
Oh, that's so
for
wonderful.
DX.
Nice.
Still applicable.
Yeah. It has
For the most
a
part.
nice ad for Resident Evil on Game Boy Color on the back. And it has the
Wow.
first look at Pokemon Gold and Silver in it.
Oh my
So
I didn't
that
even know Resident Evil on
will
Game
tell
Boy
you
was-
how old this game
That is a relic. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Yeah, I want to get it.
It's
It's
but
great.
Luigi's Mansion 3, I think that is going to be one I for sure pick up. Because
I'm
I
excited.
always loved him.
Mike and I
Crazy.
are Mike Burgess and I are doing an all-day launch stream where we're just gonna sit down and play through it, full playthrough.
Oh,
Co-op.
really?
Yeah.
lucky
that'll
bastards
be
living close
fantastic.
together.
Yeah, we'd live close. I would fly you in, Scott. Let's just get you in for the Luigi's Mansion Bro out. Who's Guigi? Who's Truigi? We'll find out.
Gosh, yeah. No, Luigi's Mansion is just a fun game, though. It's crazy to me to also think that Super Mario Sunshine and Luigi's Mansion both came out on GameCube because they're just both like such fun games in the Mario franchise. Iconic ones too.
So colorful, you know.
You
Yeah,
got the
it's
really
just
good
different.
Mario soccer game too on GameCube.
Oh yeah, Strikers, baby.
Strikers was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I never
Strikers-
played it.
Strikers was awesome until you got to like the hardest difficulty, and you're like, I'm
Strikers
about
is
to.
a great play with friends game.
I never played it with friends because I didn't. Again, we're gonna get on this a lot in book club when we revisit some of the classics. But Alex O'Neill did not have many friends.
That's what JRPGs are for, baby.
Hell yeah!
All the RPG.
Who needs
into
friends
our-
when you have a party?
Who tuned into our Tales of Symphonia episode coming soon.
That's what I did. That's why I played simulation games and JRPGs because you
Hell.
can live a fake life and have fake friends and everything's good.
Hell yeah!
Shout
That's
out
what
to
I'm talking
Genus
about.
Sage, man, and his Gundama.
Shout out to Genus. Only one time though. Shout out to Regis every single time though.
So, a question that I wanted to ask you guys:
Yes.
What has been your favorite ghost so far to catch?
Not Chauncey. Can I say
Not, not Chauncey. Yes.
Strike Chauncey from the list. That's a good question. I really like the lady that you got to play music for.
That was a good
Mhm.
one. I like the billiards guy.
Billiards
You
guy
just,
was
like,
cool.
Throw
like-
his roll.
No, the grandma, where you like hit her with
Oh, the
the yarn balls and then chased her around. That was a good one.
Yeah, but then she like gives up. It's so sad. A lot of the ghosts just give up, which is fun. It's just like another
Mhm.
factor too. The lady in the bathtub that you spray ice on.
Yeah.
Awful, absolutely awful. Why would you disturb her? She's very vulnerable in this situation. Luigi walks in and is like, fucking get out.
That's actually like I know that for video game book club, there's kind of like 3 main questions that we all like, or not 3, but like a question that each one of us comes with, and mine relates to all of this, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your soapbox?
Yes, my
I'm all
soapbox.
ears.
Oh,
My
should we just
soapbox
start
was
it?
a Resident Evil thing, so please feel free to.
Ooh, my soapbox is Luigi the villain?
Of course Luigi's the villain. He's
Like-
the Ghostbuster.
I don't know. Did you
I wouldn't
guys
say
feel
he's a villain so much as maybe an anti-hero. Like I think the Boo's
Ooh.
like King Boo and everything for kidnapping Mario and kind of setting this whole thing up. I think they're the main villain, but Luigi's
Yeah.
definitely not innocent bystander because he is fucking up the afterlives of all these.
Here's the thing.
This family.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Hear me out, y'all. We all know ghosts just want to have fun. It's an old phrase. We've heard it all 1,000 times before. But here's the
We
thing.
hear different phrases.
Somebody like ants just want to have fun too.
How is
Cockroaches
that
just
not
wanna
a
have
Halloween remix of a ghouls
I
just
don't
want to
know.
have fun?
Ghouls
Ghosts-
just wanna have fun.
fun.
Okay, I think that
Termites just want to have fun too, but somebody's gonna come and bust. Luigi is just—he's the guy that falls on. He's
so
the buster.
Luigi's a fucking cop.
He's a fucking
He's
cop.
an arc. He's a
He's a
ghost
George
narc.
Cruz. I mean,
These
to
people are
be
just
honest,
having fun in their house that popped up 3 days ago, and he shows up and he just fucking colonizes their land and narcs on them and puts them into oil paintings.
yeah. And you know what? I don't know how I feel about it, but it's not. But I get it, Luigi. Sometimes you also just gotta get paid. Get money, get paid. He's just here.
This is when
looking for
Luigi
money.
started to turn and just get sick of people's shit, and it culminated in that
The
fantastic
Mario
Mario
Kart.
Kart shell. Him just being pissed. He's like, I'm done.
Is Luigi the villain? Here's the thing. I think the Boos might have done some fucked up shit here, and maybe like there could be some evil machinations in the background behind like these ghosts being out and about. Like they could be like kind of these different, like I'm thinking like shadow selves from Persona, right? They were portraits
okay.
that got like ripped into these spirits that of course are like inherently mischievous because of the nature by which they were created. I'm getting some deep philosophical stuff
No,
here.
I like this because the thing is while playing this game, I feel like an asshole.
Mhm.
Like, man, this guy's just like dancing with his dead wife in a ballroom, and I'm gonna come and suck
They're not
him
doing
up.
anything to harm anybody.
No,
But-
and some
but
of them are
here's-
kind of nice.
but this house isn't real, and the Boos are just using it to suck these mischievous ghosts dry for evil energy. So like at the end of the day,
Yeah,
I wouldn't wish that fate upon someone I cared about.
true.
So at least in the portraits, I know they can have fun all day. Maybe be like Harry Potter portraits and hang out with each
It's
other.
true.
Card games.
The fortune teller was like the sweet comfort of my painting or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Pokeball.
Yeah.
People
But
like to
then she
chill in
like
there.
tried to escape when I tried to suck her up. So it's like, make up your mind, lady.
It's just the vacuum is an intense experience, and sometimes. You know,
Luigi
there's
was
the-
sucking too hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real problem. Luigi, you gotta chill. No, that's my positive take on Luigi's actions in Luigi's Mansion, and in this essay, I will prove.
Thank you. I needed that. I needed some reassurance because I felt like a monster.
We
honestly.
gotta save our brother too. You know, like imagine
Yeah.
if your sister was in this situation, you would have to rip that portrait apart and get her out of there.
That's true.
And if you
That's
gotta
true.
go through these ghosts, you just gotta do it, John Wick style. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't know, but I just feel like if Erica had been like showing me up my whole goddamn life and had like 30 games about her,
I mean,
I'd
don't
be
get me
like,
wrong. Luigi should
let me take my time getting to that point painting.
Yeah, like yeah.
Would you
Luigi's
rip
got
up the Mona Lisa to save your sibling?
Luigi ducks out the mansion like, I'm gonna go like do a couple of things. I mean, you're not here, so somebody's got to do it. And then when I come back, I'll be cool. You'll be like returning hero. We'll both be cool. You know, like play the situation. But I have a lot of.
These are very
Luigi
philosophical questions. I wasn't anticipating such deep questions with Video Game Book Club today,
like,
but I like.
Is Luigi the bad guy?
I'm just gonna be like laying in bed, and it's gonna be like 3 a.m. and it's like, is he the villain?
Wake up in a cold sweat. Luigi, did you hurt those ghosts?
Oh my god!
Did you hurt those ghosts?
Oh my gosh.
Well, now I'm curious
just
to see the
did.
villain in the other games too.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing. Let's go even further. Did he set Mario up? What if he faked the whole contest and said he won this thing and sent his brother out to the middle of nowhere and just got him captured so that he could play hero?
How does Bowser show into this? Is like Bowser the guy that Luigi paid to whack Mario?
Oh, absolutely. He was
Hitman.
like, hey, you want a date with Peach? I'll hook you up. I know her.
I know her. I can get you in.
I got Daisy
I'll-
anyway, so
I'll
you
leave
can
a
have
door
Peach.
unlocked. Wink.
Oh my god.
Don't forget
And
to put Mario's hat on
it's
the
like
doorknob.
the kitchen. It's the kitchen door to Peach's castle. Bowser just like sneaks in with 1,000 arms, like all of his Goombas.
I like to imagine that he baked her a cake.
Oh yeah.
Giggity.
Yeah.
Imagine Luigi has been letting Bowser into the castle through the back door this whole time.
Oh man, and Peach and
I
Bowser have
think
just been a secret thing.
Forget everything I said. Luigi's a monster.
Luigi's the mastermind behind the entire Super Mario Brothers series.
Holy shit, dude.
What if
Me and-
Luigi is Bowser?
No, I can't go that far. He lost me.
We've seen them both in the
Lost you
same
there.
place at the same time.
Yeah.
True.
So that hurts.
All right, the theory's busted. Myth busted.
Busted.
All
But
we've
Luigi should
proven
yell
is
every
Luigi
time
is
he gets
not
through a room.
Bowser. We have not proven that Luigi isn't the mastermind and villain behind the entire series, though. That
Yeah.
is still up for
He
debate.
pretends to be afraid, but really he's in charge.
Bowser might
True.
be King
It's
Koopa,
like
but
Professor
Luigi
Quirrell
playing
from
God.
the
Yeah.
first Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone.
Luigi's
exactly.
Like,
He pretended
rolling
to
up
be
in
all
a-
like timid and everything. Fucker turned out to be Voldemort on the back of his head.
yeah.
Luigi takes off his hat and it's just
It's Voldemort.
It's Voldemort.
It's Voldemort. Luigi's Voldemort.
He has
What?
to drink. He has to drink the blood of Yoshi's in order to sustain him.
oh my god.
J.K.
That's why
Rowling sips her wine. She's like, I knew the whole time.
Oh my god.
That's
this
why how
episode
you
is
very
fucking
rarely
wild,
see
y'all.
colored
Ugh.
Yoshis besides green.
I
Luigi
feel like
drinks the blood of everyone else.
I have taken this episode in
I
a
like where this is
direction,
going.
and
love it.
I might regret it,
No,
but I
this
love
is
it.
good.
So what's Luigi gonna be? Some like homunculus alchemic construct that Luigi tried to
Yes.
create?
Yeah.
He was just trying to bring his and Mario's mom back.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Don't Full Metal Alchemist this. I can't.
Okay, no, that's what I want though. Is a Full Metal Alchemist Mario crossover where Mario is in a suit of armor.
Yeah.
Full Metal Mario.
is a suit of armor.
Full Metal Mario, yes.
Metal
Or would it be
Mario.
full Mario Alchemist?
No, Full Metal Mario because Metal Mario is a thing.
Yeah, Full Metal Mario. I like it. It rolls off the tongue better too.
Somebody I will hire you. I will pay you. Make a Full Metal Alchemist intro, but with like Luigi as Edward Elric and Mario as the fucking suit of armor with the hat and the mustache and the metal.
Yes.
Somebody just recreate one of
I
those
think,
anime
like,
intros. That's
I
gotta
can't
exist,
promise
right?
That, but like, I feel like I could doodle this shit, and like, I feel like I should.
Just
It's
I
like
think
a-
we should tag
a
team.
famous
Just like you
shot.
design one of them and I'll do the other.
Yeah. Just
There
do
we
like
go.
do a famous shot of Full Metal Alchemist, whatever it is, and just do it as that.
Yeah.
And then we'll just ride the paychecks for that one till the end of time.
Oh
There we
man!
go.
That
Instead
idea
of
is
like
money.
instead of having walls of like stone or something after Ed like does his thing and shoots at people, Luigi does it and it's like piranha plants coming out of the ground at people.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Out of control. I just
Perfect.
imagining Luigi with like the metal arm and like the kind of like long tied back hair is
Yeah.
just perfect. It's incredible.
Green club.
We have taken a journey.
Man,
We
this
fucking
is awesome.
we started talking about 2100, and we are here. Full Metal Mario, dude.
And the thing is, if Full Metal Mario doesn't work for us, we still have Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun.
Yeah.
It's true.
Which is gonna be a chart topper.
Yes.
It's true.
It's
We'll get Trevor Starkey to do his singing because he's already been in the singing mood, doing covers of songs.
There we go.
Yeah.
We'll just
Mike
have
Towndrow can compose. Bless can like throw some like
a trap
like
beat on there.
Yeah, there we go.
Man. It'll be a collaborative Halloween piece.
God,
I love it.
This has to happen now. Everyone shut the podcast down. We need mail this to yourself so we can trademark it. No one can take this from
Yeah,
us.
if you're listening to
TM.
this and you take this idea, we're suing you.
Yeah, we're
right
suing
now.
TM. Trademark.
And then that's how we'll make the money.
Shut it down.
We'll use Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun, the money we make from that, to pay Studio Trigger to create the opening to Full Metal
The anime
Mario.
opening, Full Metal Mario, and then we'll get picked up by Viz Media for a full series run.
Yep.
And then right after that, we'll be on some sort of documentary about like these people who came into a lot of money with like a best-selling single, and then they wasted all of it on like something very obscure and strange that they were really into.
And then after that comes out, we'll have a big announcement of a live-action Full Metal Mario movie coming out with John Leguizamo returning as Luigi.
Shit.
John Leguizamo is Full Metal Luigi.
Can we get like Tommy Wiseau as Luigi?
Nah, man. Tommy Wiseau should be Mario in the fucking suit of armor.
Oh my god.
Oh, hi, Luigi.
Oh, hi, Luigi. Oh my god.
I did not try to revive her. I did not. Oh, hi, Luigi.
It's bullshit. Oh my god. Oh, this is good. This is good. I needed
How
this.
far can you take a bit?
Bowser.
I feel like this
No,
has
Peach.
been like 30 minutes of actually talking
Peach.
about.
Luigi's Mansion and 25 minutes of absolute fucking nonsense.
Yeah, basically. The thing is, though, I don't feel bad about it because, to be honest,
It's a
Luigi's
fun,
Mansion-
happy-go-lucky game. This is
Yeah.
just the natural progression.
yeah, and I'm not gonna. I don't know. I feel like we could talk about all the individual ghosts of Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
and,
but,
puzzles,
There's
just
a guy
play
in
it
a
'cause it's so
rocking chair
fun.
reading. There's a girl doing her hair that you have to like open the window so it's breezy. Some twins.
But
There's a dude lifting weights.
Yeah, there's
That
a
one's
dude,
fun
bro.
because you get to just like whack him with punching bags.
His
And
name
try
is
not to
Biff
get whacked with
Atlas.
those.
Oh yeah, Biff Atlas. I know. I saw that whenever they made him to the portrait, and I was like, of course his name is Biff Atlas.
Biff Atlas. He's also the only optional ghost in it right now. I'm looking at a wiki right now.
Oh, there are optional
Just
ones.
just to see. Yeah, it's definitely more fun if you get them all.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a least favorite ghost? Because mine is
baby.
definitely
I did not like the baby.
Mr. Lug. Chauncey is not great. It's it's the intro boss fight. Mr. Lugs, who's the guy that's eating the plate, infinite plate.
Oh yeah.
I hated him.
I'm trying to think of what mine would have been my least favorite.
Is it Spooky, the hungry guard dog? I didn't know his name was Spooky. That's pretty good.
God. It might be spooky, honestly.
Yeah. Well, like
It
that
wasn't
one
super-
sucks. It's nothing you can do at first until you get the skeleton dude.
Yeah, and you just have to wait you just have to let him bark.
Yeah.
It's basically like having Bruce around. It's just
Bark,
I know
bark.
that feeling.
until somebody tells him to stop.
Yeah.
So
But we still love dogs.
Animals are awesome.
I'm excited. How do you, Scott, as someone who's never played this game before, how do you think it's gonna go?
Bowser will be part of it somehow. Maybe a ghost Bowser. Mario will be rescued and do something to steal all the limelight, and Luigi's just like, oh. And Professor Egad will continue to sound like a Jawa from Star Wars.
oh, he does.
He's so adorable though. See, like, here's the thing about EGAD, right? He made the brush and the flood in Mario Sunshine, right?
Yeah.
Never appears in Mario Sunshine. He's never seen. So, like, I think this could be the last physical appearance of EGAD, unless he's in Luigi's Mansion 3.
Is he not in Dark Moon?
I have no idea. I was just making a bold assumption.
I like
I
it.
think he's in Dark Moon.
I just like he's such a recluse. I feel like
Yeah.
he's never appeared in other Mario media. He's only appeared to Luigi. Here's my theory.
Oh, okay.
EGAD is Luigi from the future, traveled
Whoa.
back in time, and only Luigi can see him.
Hits bong.
So, or what if like Luigi's like Haley Joel Osment and Egad is Bruce
Ooh.
Willis? So Egad's dead, but only Luigi can see dead people.
Shit.
Who would Egad? The more important question: who would Egad be in Full Metal Mario?
Shit, dude. He's not the Colonel.
No.
I want to say teacher, but no.
No. Maybe the lady,
Winry.
the lady friend.
He would be Winry
Winry.
because he does make the gear.
Oh
He
yeah.
makes the stuff.
Okay,
Shout
so we
out
just need to
Keylog
draw
for
Egad
the
and
Egad makes all the weapons. Yeah. He'd be
Who
Winry.
I've been thinking, like, I guess is Bowser the Colonel? Because the fire. Imagine Bowser dresses the Colonel. Just take a minute. Just take.
I
a
don't
minute
want
and
to
think
because
about
I
it.
find
love
Mustang
it.
so incredibly hot.
I don't know if I would necessarily put him
Yeah,
as...
exactly.
He's the bad guy. He would have to be the
You'd have to be like
The Führer. Führer
yeah,
Bradley.
the Führer or like or somebody, one of the bad seven sin folk. But I guess or father, but whatever. Who'd be the Colonel then? I can't think of it.
Yoshi.
In the Mario, yeah, it's Jess. It's actually just Jess. She's there. Snap her
Yoshi.
fingers.
Now I just want to watch
Yoshi- no,
Full Metal
Kitty.
Alchemist. Pretty much just for Mustang. Let's be
Yoshi-
real.
Yeah.
I mean,
he is
Yoshi has, like, when he eats the fire fruit, he, like, belches fire.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, is Yoshi Mustang?
No, Yoshi is the fucking it's the little girl that gets turned into the dog.
Shut
Yoshi,
your mouth right now.
Alex!
Yoshi gets turned into the goddamn dog.
No. How dare you?
How dare I? How dare that monster for turning the girl into a dog?
And a
Everyone-
dog into
on the
a
internet.
girl. Or
Everyone on the internet is still upset about that all these years later.
Yeah.
it will
Um,
never not be painful.
Yeah. Maybe we should stop now.
I think we
It might be about that
maybe
time.
we'll
Maybe it's
need to
time.
have a special one-off IP Presents podcast where we just sit down and brainstorm who would be who in the Full Metal Mario crossover.
The Full
special.
Metal Mario, it'll be like that flowchart stream I did for the Disney music.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
just do a stream of it. just get
Oh,
us
there
on
we go.
Get a flowchart going,
Yeah.
brainstorm some ideas, pitch some companies. That's all I'm saying.
And in between segments, can we do Full Metal Mario? Full Metal Mario.
we'll create the animation like the
Yes.
between commercial transition screens as well.
Perfect.
We
That's
can-
all I wanted.
Okay. It's a deal.
Yeah. Well, before we get off onto any more of this crossover, going to call it here for Video Game Book Club Luigi's Mansion Part 1. The next checkpoint will be to finish the game and thus finish the season of Video Game Book Club. So until next
Yay.
time, everybody, Alex, Jess, where can people find you on the internet? What you got cooking?
Jess, ladies first.
You can find me at Twitter at Jessica, which is JESSACOGS. What do I have cooking right now? Gosh. I guess the thing that I've been working so George and I have been teaming up lately to
Hustling.
conquer everything.
Yeah.
And so we have a Sayonara Wild Hearts, I guess, pseudo review coming out, I believe next week. I'm excited for that discussion. And then we also have a project in the works on Newgrounds and adult flash games and the culture behind that and how they shape us and a whole bunch of stuff. That's a whole ordeal. So look out for those.
Hell yeah.
Woo-woo.
I'm Alpha27 everywhere. Spells just like it sounds. We'll talk about Link's Awakening maybe in the future. Maybe got something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it isn't actually anything. And Destiny. If you play Destiny, I've got great news for you. Mike and I are going to be playing Destiny. We got you two kids on the Destiny train now. I think actually everyone is going to be playing Destiny. I'm happy to report. So twitch.tv/Irrational Passions. By the time this is out, or if you're watching this now, Destiny's happening. So it's time. Come, let's play.
I haven't played Destiny in like a month. I need to get back on that
time.
train.
Shadowkeep is here.
It will be by the time this is out.
Yes.
Wild.
Well, the edited version is out.
Yes.
Time is wild. Games are wild.
2001 is wild.
Yeah, 2000 or 2100's wild.
Hell yeah.
Bedford
I mean, we can only hope.
2100.
Yeah.
And for me, everybody, you can find me on Twitter at SolidSnake120. You can also find me occasionally taking over, like right now, the Irrational Passions Twitch page at twitch.tv/IrrationalPassions. You can also hear me hosting our newest podcast, RPG University. Episode just came out today where I sit down with professional voice actor Sean Shiplock and we talk about Legend of Mana. We also have episodes currently focusing on Bravely Default and Tales of Vesperia, with many more coming soon. It's a bi-weekly podcast, so look forward to that. You can also find numerous things about RPGs coming up very shortly, including coverage for Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3, Indivisible, Ni no Kuni Remaster, all sorts of stuff, so look forward to that. And I will probably be popping in now and again with Mike and Alex for some Destiny goodness, so look forward to that. And until next time, everybody, remember, the next checkpoint is to simply beat the game and to determine, is Luigi the villain?
Will we know? Who knows?
We don't know. Who will be?
And do ghouls just want to have fun?
Yeah, ghouls just want to have fun. Full Metal Mario. It's a great time. Thanks for stopping in, everybody, and we'll catch you all next time.